We are live.
Aloha.
Woo! Turn to the camera and tell everybody hello. Aloha. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. We are so grateful to be here on Pride Weekend. That's why I have my beautiful glasses on here, just to remind myself. We had a wonderful time yesterday.
We did have a wonderful
Yes,
time.
we did. And we had so many people that turned out to help. And we just want to acknowledge all of that. If you can just stand, if you were there yesterday or helped us set up. Just wave your arms.
Decorated.
Hooray, yay.
Yeah.
It was absolutely wonderful. So if you don't know where you are, online or wherever you are, you're in a Science of Mind and Spirit Center called Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. And we practice the science of mind and spirit. And I found a new word today. It's not really a new word, but it's called trans-denominational, and that's truly what we are. We're not interdenominational, we're trans-denominational, which means that we take the best of all denominations. And in this case, Ernest Holmes he did so much research, it's ridiculous. He took the best of everything he found, which was love, in every denomination he could find, and put it together and synthesized it into the science of mind and spirit. But it's past religion, it transcends that, and it combines science with the spiritual. So I like to call it spiritual science. I think that's a good word, spiritual science. So welcome.
So now you have a new word that you can use when you're out and there. So, but before we do that, I'm going to do something I haven't done. I'm going to go into our live streaming for just a moment, because I haven't really talked to you a lot about our buttons that Rob so nicely puts out there, and that's called the share button. That lets more people come into that. Subscribe, another one. And then our favorite, donate. Can we say it together? Donate. That's how we do it. That's how we move CSL Kauai along. But anyway, I haven't been saying it, and a lot of people, even online, have told me that I need to say that more, so I will. So, back to where we were. Is anybody here for the very first time? Well, I know there's some people online. I know there's somebody here for the very first time that hasn't been here in a really long time. And that is, wait. I usually talk to Melissa up there. I don't have to do that now because Melissa's back home.
Woo! Give her.
Melissa's home. Yes. And you look wonderful. See, we're just throwing everything up today. Okay, so the people that are new on, let's let Melissa be brand new today, back in here. Why don't we do that? Let's let Melissa know what we know about her. You are magnificent. And I don't even have to tell you, but maybe the people online, we know that about you because we have always known it about ourselves, that we are magnificent. And for those people online, I think we better let them know who they are. I see you. You are magnificent. Now let's put our hand on our heart, or at least the top of where the heart would be. And let's just... God, that just dawned on me. Let's say it together. I am magnificent. Now look to your left, to your light, and let them know. You are magnificent. You
are magnificent. You look gorgeous today. All right,
we have our magnificent song on.
From Kyle and Louise.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you the way you are. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me, whoa, whoa, whoa. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Far away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades, reaching for the sun. We are warriors, yeah, that's what we'll become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised. This is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So, maybe. Can you hear me? Ah, nice. So let's just take a moment to breathe in this incredible sacred space that is ignited and inflamed by our incredible consciousness that is in this room right here and right now. In this month of Pride, I am so proud to announce the spirit that lives within me. So proud to announce the spirit that lives in each and every one of us in this room, on live stream, on this island, in this world, to our star brothers and sisters as well. It's all about energy, about love, and that love, it moves everything in the perfect direction. So I know that this time together is about celebration, celebrating this incredible, incredible thing called good, this incredible thing called life that lives through and in each and every one of us. So let's have at it. Let's go forward. Let's celebrate the divine frequency that is right here and right now. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. As I just let that be so, I drop it into the law of my being that has said yes to this moment and every moment that follows. And with that, I am truly grateful. As together we affirm, and so it is.
I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. 'Cause I am brave, I am bruised. This is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is me. Whoa, whoa, this is me.
Here we go.
Thank you, Kyle and Louise.
Kyle and Louise. Kyle and Louise.
So, thank you. That was great. I love that. The Greatest Showman. This is me.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I think it's time for our Reverend Dr. Walt to come up
That's
and lead
right.
us in our meditation and contemplation and all of that good stuff. You ready?
Yes. Well, our energy is way up here, and that's good. But we can also calm ourselves, center ourselves, and know the peace within. So I just invite you to breathe and know peace. in this moment and in this place. I know that there is only one power, one presence, one spirit, one mind in this world. I know that that one is peace. And in this moment, as I am still and know that I am God, yes, I am one with peace. I am one with the light and love of this world that lives and manifests itself in and through me in this world. And what I know for myself, I know for each person gathered here at CSL Kauai and within the sound of my voice, live streaming. Yes, I am peace. Because that one that is all is perfect and good and manifests only good in my life. Knowing this, I let go of all fear of the future and all regret of the past, and I live in the eternal now. I live in peace now. And this peace is manifested in every area of my life. I have peace with my finances, living in the abundance of the flow of good, financial and otherwise, into my life each and every day. I am at peace with the health in my body, which is strong and vibrant and whole. I am at peace with each person I encounter, each relationship I have. Peace is the underlying force in those relationships. And finally, I am at peace with who I am. That is such a wonderful realization. And so for all of this peace in my life, for the peace in each person's life here today, I give thanks. My heart is filled, yes, with peace, but also with gratitude for this peace, knowing that it is so. And I invite you now to affirm with me, and so it is.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. sets me free. There is only love.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Reverend Dr. Walt, for your beautiful spiritual mind treatment. It was just absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you to you two over there. That was beautiful.
You should have seen
Our
Dr.
beautiful-
Walt yesterday.
Yeah.
Tank top running around the streets all crazy. just letting you know. I was very subdued, wasn't I?
Yeah. Okay. So
No
So-
tutu this year. No.
we've picked this theme for this month. Pride and being proud, and our talk title today is "I am proud." So, what do you have to say about being proud?
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Wow,
Right?
Wow. I wasn't always proud.
I'm
I
sure.
was ashamed.
Oh.
You know, that there was a whole lot of guilt and shame in my life about who I was. And it caused me to do destructive things to myself. But it was coming to understand, but it didn't just like happen like that. I didn't just stand up here and say, okay, it's all good.
Right.
It really was a process of that other thing that we've been talking about, allowing myself to be proud of who I am. And I have a little quote I wanted to share.
Sure.
Okay. And it has to do with knowing who we are and then allowing that to manifest in our lives. And this was in my little devotional this morning, so that's why I just wanted to share it. Spirit is causing my health, my wealth, my right conditions, and my highest human happiness to manifest here and now. And that's what I'm proud of. I'm proud of Spirit working in my life and manifesting as only Spirit knows how.
That's great.
It's
I
beautiful.
have a question. If there was a young person, because we're dealing a lot now with young people, and not just coming out, but just in so many things that they're going through right now, and that's one of them, meaning that there's people ending their lives because they do not think their lives are worth anything. And so, if you were to say just a couple words to the viewing audience, and they get to a young person who just wants to know what the hell am I going to do, what would you say to them?
You are magnificent, just the way you are. And that poster that you got to carry
Yes.
yesterday,
I got a lot of attention with that
you
poster.
are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then there are people here who can help you to understand that.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, and
Thank
by the
you.
way, we are a safe zone here that if anyone needs to reach out, young people or this is a place you can call and you have a home to go to. So that's nice. Thank you, Dr. Wall.
Thank you. That was
And part of that also is to know that you are the divine idea in the mind of God.
And we're going to
So we will
You mean
do
like
our
the affirmation?
The
I will read it once, and then you can join me. I am proud to be a divine idea in the mind of God.
I am proud
to be a
divine idea in the mind of God. I am proud to be a divine idea in the mind of God.
Mm,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
And now we have a song. It's a especially for you.
Should I sit or stand?
End is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and saw it through without exception. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and I spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. No, oh no, not me, I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Let the record show I took the blows and did it my way. Oh, let the record show I took the blows and did it my way.
Hey, Kyle. Thank you,
We're going to
Louise.
cut the final curtain
Yeah, with
part,
that,
and
so
then
yeah,
the
yeah.
rest
We
is
know
all on.
It's not time for the final curtain
rest
yet.
is all on.
God, I mean,
Opening night.
we've all taken,
Yes.
you know, for who we are in one way or another. But I can't imagine what it would be like to wake up every morning and be afraid that I would get hurt or my family would desert me or anything like that, or I'd have to live the whole rest of my life not knowing who, not being able to express who I was because of that fear. So I am blessed right now that to know that even though sometimes it feels like those times aren't passing, I know they are passing. And the more of us that stand up and not for it all, for the love, and stand up in our and not be afraid, like that song Brave says, say what you feel and have to say, and not be quiet anymore, and just stand in that love and act in that love. That's the most important thing, right? Not just saying a bunch of words, but actually being able to put them into use and act as if they were true. So, yeah. So, thank you, Reverend Dr. Walt. And thank you for anyone in this room has had to go through any kind of persecution or still goes through it. And just know that you have friends here, you have allies here, that we are all together in this, what the Mormons would call the latter days. I don't know where that came from. I know, they used to say the latter days, all these things will happen. Well, I don't know, maybe so. But I think they've always been happening, but they just didn't have social media at the time. Right? So, anyway, whatever. It's all right. So, I Am Proud is the title of the talk today, and this whole month is about being proud. And last week and the week before, I read one of the principles from the Declaration of Principles by Dr. Ernest Holmes. And the one that I want to read today is, we believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us. The individualization of the Spirit, with a capital S, in us. And that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. So if we truly believe that, we wouldn't have anything but to look at each other as that one Spirit, that we're just all connected in that one Spirit. It's not something greater than us, it's us expressing the one Spirit. That's what unity is about, that's what oneness is about, that's what knowing who we are is about. And if we really believed it, if we really read that and really believed it, we wouldn't have any problems. And what I'm into right now is just going over and over and over of it until I really get it and embody it so that I can act from it. And I really encourage us to, not necessarily this statement, but something that you want to embody in your life, that you want to actually live. You have to be able to look at it and actually feel it and actually be able not to be afraid to step out and act as if it were true. That's what embodiment is being able to act as if it were true and really feel it. And as we know scientifically, when we start to do that, we start to attract to us people that support that, and we start to be more influential, because there's only one mind, one energy, one source. And if we are thinking into that one source and that one energy, it has to affect other people. It has to be healing. It has to affect other people. Back in the 1960s, Dr. Ernest Holmes was in a situation, I'm not going to tell the whole story, but where there was some prejudice against African Americans in a center. And he stood up, and that's where the quote that's on our door comes from: whoever you are, be proud. You are a divine idea in the mind of God. Whoever you are, be proud. You are a divine idea in the mind of God. What does that mean, to be a divine idea in the mind of God? It means what I just said. There's one power, one mind, and it's divine, and we are a divine idea because we are in that mind. So that's what it means. So if we really believe that, then we live it. That's all I know. We live it. And yesterday during the Pride parade, I just found myself crying a few times because of what I just said. I can't even imagine what it would feel like to be that persecuted, and still be that persecuted. And I was like, as I looked into the faces in the crowds and stuff, and different people kind of popped out to me and stuff, I felt like I could see how happy they were, people, we were marching, and that we were together, and it wasn't just like, oh, this is just for lesbians and gays and LGBTQIA people. This was for everybody, and those were the people. I mean, I saw grandmothers and grandfathers and people with their babies, like walking and looking at pamphlets and looking at things, and when we went by the stand, Ron Wiley called out who we were and everything. That was wonderful. And he read your sign, the one that says, what is it? You are not God's no, you are God's I'm sorry, say it again. You are God's miracle, not God's mistake. How beautiful. And then Ron Wiley goes, but I didn't think God made mistakes. And then I was like, but I know, right? I was like, well, he's right. I mean, if we really believe that, I mean, we don't believe in an outside God, but if we believe in this energy, it doesn't make mistakes. It only is perfect. It's only wholeness. That's where healing comes from, is this wholeness and this perfection and all of that. So it was wonderful to hear the words coming out of his mouth, and to look into the crowds and just see all these people, no matter what their gender orientation was or anything, just all together, being colorful and wonderful and making music. And I said, next year we're going to be on that stage. Because they have a stage. I didn't know that, but we're going to be on the stage next year, Melissa, and and Kyle, and we're going to be singing songs about love. So yeah, I know, right? I know. I didn't know we could, but now I do know we could. So I do know love will prevail. And there's this thing in the textbook where Ernest Holmes quotes Robert Browning, saying, "Man being an individual, may do as he wills with himself." Because we have choice, right? He may desecrate, but he can never lose his life. There is a divine spark within each of us that can never be extinguished, although we may dim the light. So there's a divine spark within each of us, and though we may dim it, we can never, ever put it out. Ever, ever, ever. So every time we think some really beautiful, amazing thought about somebody or something or a group of people or whatever it is, we're brightening that light that might have been darkened. We're brightening it. So we don't even have to be with the person and able to do that. So, but every time we do the opposite, we're darkening and we're dimming the light, not just within ourselves, but within other people. So I feel that that's really means something to me, because it tells me that it can never go away, but I have the responsibility to keep it bright. I have the responsibility to keep that light bright, and each of us has that responsibility. So I'm totally grateful for that. I'm totally grateful to know that I have that responsibility, and I get to practice it, and we all get to practice it. And this center is moving forward, feeling it. It's moving forward in a different way than what we expected, but it's turning into what I wanted and Patrick wanted from the very beginning, which is a teaching and a healing center. And that is what it's going to become. And we're working on that daily. And we're not going to wait until we have a property, because we can do it right now. The New Thought Village starts today, right here and right now. It starts now. We don't have it, right? We don't have to wait for a property. We've never waited before. We never even waited for this building before we were doing what we do. So I think that yesterday was really profound to me, because I felt like, oh my God, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is it. This is it. Not just for the LGBTQIA. I practiced that, by the way. So I wouldn't get mixed up. I'm not going to go through what each one is, but for all of us, because we're all in this together. So, yeah. So sticks and stones will hurt my bones and names will never harm me is not true. Right? We don't have to do that. We need to remember our mantra, I am magnificent, and we need to not just say it to other people, but really treat them like they are magnificent, and do the best we can when stones are thrown at us to not throw them back. And I'm working on that every single solitary day, and the only way I know how to do it is to go into my meditative time and clean out whatever I don't want there anymore, and try to, bring it into my day. And if it creeps up on me again, I go back in the next day or that night and I clean it out. So I'm proud of what we're doing here, and I know that it's moving forward, like I said. And I picked this song, and Kyle, you picked the song, I think, right? Yeah, I think you picked this song. And I was like, yes, that's perfect. And he's like, I don't know if I could sing it or not, like he always does, right? And so, but he said, you know what, I think I can sing it, right? That's what you said, so I'm knowing that you're going to sing it. So I think this song fits perfectly what the center stands for. It fits perfectly what our practitioners stand for, in the way that when one of you or one of us doesn't know who we are, or doesn't remember who we are, we live the words of this song. And you'll see what I mean when you hear it. But I'm just so grateful for us, for all of us, and for what we've accomplished and what we continue to accomplish, and for every single solitary person that shows up for themselves. And that's it. Show up. I hate it when people come to me and say, I'm sorry I wasn't there on Sunday, but no. I don't really care. I care that you're not there, but if you're taking care of yourself, that's the best thing in the whole world, because that's it. I mean, yeah, do I want you to show up here every Sunday? That would be nice, but all right, but it doesn't make me feel bad. So just take care of yourself, and let's take care of each other, and remember who we are. Namaste.
It's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, the darkness inside you, cause you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, oh, like a rainbow. Show me your smile, don't be unhappy. Can't remember when I last saw you laughing. This world makes you crazy. You're taking all you can, baby. Just call me up, cause you know I'll be there. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. So sad eyes, take courage now. I realize this world makes you crazy. You're taking all you can, baby. Just call me up, cause you know I'll be there. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors, your true colors are beautiful, oh, like a rainbow. Show me your colors. Show me your colors.
Oh, I see your true colors. Hey. Yeah, I see all of yours as well. Wow. So yesterday, just a few highlights for me from yesterday is that it was just amazing to run around saying I am magnificent and you are magnificent. And you know me, I get a little crazy. So I was like running up to people and going, I recognize you. Oh yeah, oh my God, you're magnificent. And then the crowd goes, yeah, me too. Yeah. And 500 bumper stickers, by the way, went out yesterday with "You are magnificent" on them. Yeah, we got media crazy yesterday. But the thing that I really got out of that, and there were so many kids that needed to hear that, and then the other little inner children that were their parents really needed to hear that as well. And this little girl. She was so amazing. I would go like 1, 2, 3, everybody. I am magnificent, and the kids would do. So she didn't say it. I go, I think you're magnificent. I said, you want to say it? She goes, I am magnificent, and then everybody around her like that. And then I said to everybody in the crowd, I said, that's where it begins. That's where it begins. About this magnificence. So it was such a wonderful thing. And then I got an added treat thanks to Angela, who we want to do an incredible movie, and she got all these movies, and then they gave it over to who's hosting it now, is Sue and Reverend Diane, is our cinema this month, and it's Stonewall Uprising. And the reason I bring it up is because I can just get the advertisement in now during my talk, and I won't have to do it later. But that's not it. But what it was such a treat, Rita and I watched it last night. And we're not going to give all of anything, but I did realize something that had happened in the day that changed everything that I watched. Everything that I watched last night on that documentary made me realize that it wasn't only a fun day, but what an honor, and I say honor, it was to even participate in such a walk. When the first walk, they didn't know what was going to go on. It ended in Central Park, but the first walk was 14 people. They didn't even think they were going to get to the Central Park without being beat or anything else going on with it. And that's when it began. And as they walked 14 people, other people started joining them. And then other people, and then 14 was 50. And then before they got to Central Park, it was like a Barbra Streisand concert. Babs and this. Okay, anyway. I'm just theatrical. So what I got after it was over was what an honor it was to participate in something that people work so hard to be able to have a voice. And that I'm so proud of Kauai because they finally have the parade, because it's been a while. And I questioned it from day one why we didn't have one. And they said that people weren't ready yet. And then this is my metaphysical. So tell me, what happens when we're ready? What will happen? And they looked and they said, I have no idea. I guess we should be doing this, right? Because there's not going to be anything written across the sky, time for Pride Parade. And so I went, wow, we have come so far. So I don't think you can have pride without the birth of self-love. And I'm doing something a little bit different with this. I mentioned self-love, and there's a few people that have come to me and said, and I always say, how do you have self-love? You start loving yourself. But that's not enough for people, because you know what people like? They like steps. They want to know how to love yourself. They like steps. And they've come to me and said, why don't you ever talk about steps? So today, I'm not going to give you all the steps, but I'm going to give you a few of them, and I don't want to hear it again. I want you to know that I'm going to give you some steps on self-loving. Oh, crazy kids. Anyway, but you are magnificent. So here's a couple things. First of all, self-love is your divine responsibility. Please hear that. Self-love is your divine responsibility. You were birthed from love, and I'm not talking about your parents. even though I'm sure there was love there as well. But it doesn't matter because you were birthed from the very energy that has created everything. If that can't give you a sense of pride, I don't know what else could. That's who we are. That's our identity. So here's step one. Because what we want to do is, I said, how can we learn to love ourselves is the question that people ask me. How do we cultivate that deep, loving relationship with self? There is no deeper relationship that you will ever have than the one with yourself, as far as I'm concerned. And that's the work I do with the inner child work. So 1 and 2, and they're not necessarily in that order, is why. You always find your why. Why is it so important to love yourself? And I'll tell you, for me, loving myself and every day and learning more and more about self-love, it comes up into every single decision I make is based in self-love. And sometimes I make really good decisions, and sometimes I don't make that great of decisions. And that's usually because I've been doubting who I am and doubting the love that I have for myself. Then step 2 is one must commit. You know what that word is, don't you? Yeah, it's fun. Commit. I have to commit 150%. Now you may say, why not 100? 150? Well, that's in case if I mess up, I got 50 points at the top, and I'll still hit 100. That's why I do it. Yeah, nice, isn't it? Thank you, Loya. Yes, 150%, because when you are fully dedicated to loving yourself, nothing can come in the way of that relationship. And that way, and you must commit to it. I was telling somebody the other day in a session, and he called me and said, you know, this is something you have to do like all the time. Bingo! Oh, then I had to explain bingo. Yeah, I mean, it's something you have to do all the time, yes. This morning, I had to do it 1,000,000 times. I had a moment of insecurity about something, and I went, so what are you going to do? I went to the mirror. I love you, Patrick. I don't believe you. I love you, Patrick. I love you. And that is what I believe leads you to step number 3, and that's self-talk. And I think I could do an entire workshop on self-talk and self-thought, because that's where it really, really, really matters. And I get asked all the time, how do you self-talk? Well, it's very simple. I don't just sit, some people journal. Anybody like journaling in this room? Yeah, it's nice. But I actually will stop myself and say, Patrick, I need to talk to you. Did you got your feelings hurt just then, didn't you? I'm like, no, tell me the truth. A little bit. Oh, I love you. I love you. I know, but I'm really angry because I got my feelings hurt. Oh, okay. Let's get angry together, shall we? I'm here for you. I love you. I love you. Do you believe me? Yes. Yeah, I do, but I'm hurt. Okay, come on. Now, other people can do that for us. Rita can do that. I can go to Rita. But it means something different. Especially if they're a Science of Mind minister. It's like, hello. No, I'm kidding. Self-talk. It's the whole key to it. And it's really easy. I used to tell people you can do it in their car. You know, you can be driving and you get all angry. People get all angry at one another when they're driving. I don't know what that's all about, but what are you upset about, man? I love you. Yeah. Okay. You ready to go? That's happened to me before on the path. Somebody says, you look great, man. I went, oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, did you gain a few? Then I have to go into that whole self. Did you get your feelings hurt? And that's that little part of us that I like to deal with that. I tell myself all the time, I am so proud of you. It's the best thing you can say before you go to bed at night. You go, good night, Patrick. Well, first I say, good night, Rita. And then I go, good night, Patrick. I love you. I'm proud of you. You are so magnificent. I'm on your side, man. I'm here for you. And then I go, and it's like a little kid going to bed with the stuffed animal, right? Okay, the other step number 4, and the F word, but we're just going to get it out. Forgiveness. Just don't try to argue with it, fight it. Just forgive yourself. And what I love, what are you forgiving yourself for? Everything your past said that you did wrong, that you didn't do right. Your past, you know that thing. The past that comes up and you feel like you can conquer the world until it reminds you. Do you remember what you did? Oh yeah. You say, I forgive me. Forgive everybody else, that's fine too, but start with yourself, because I spend more time in that thought process than I ever do with the people that I think did me wrong. And the only reason I won't forgive, I'll let it be out. The only reason I won't forgive is because if I forgive, I can't be right. And the moment I forgive, I can't be right. And I'm sometimes not willing to be wrong. Because you've done me wrong. You've done me wrong. And I'm going to make my life miserable for the rest of my life, making sure that I never let go of the fact that you hurt me. Right? Then once again, you have to go back and say, I love you, Patrick. You're okay, man. You're okay. So step number 5 is take back your power. Well, how do you take back your power? Well, I go in and I treat and I remember who I am. I am so powerful. Wow, I watched that Stonewall. You guys have got to come to that. I don't care what you're doing that night. Come see it, because it really needs discussion with it too. But when I think of what I did not know about the idea that somebody could, because they were afraid of me, because they didn't know about me, that they could hate me, arrest me, tell me that what I'm doing is wrong. I had no idea, and this is in 1969 and before. But they're arresting people and doing that. I'm thinking, no. And I love what somebody said. Finally, somebody got angry, and in philosophy, it's like, oh no, I am one. Everything's okay. You're beating my head up, but it's okay. That's not what forgiveness is about anything. And he said, you know something? I love it in the documentary. You know something? Sometimes anger did some good, because enough was enough. And that's what I urge us and invite us to do with our lives. If something's not enough is enough. There's plenty of love to go around. And I'm telling you, that movie just really, thank you so much, you two, for getting the stuff out, yesterday for it. So how do you take your power back? I'm only giving you 2 more, and then I got to go. Take the power back. The way we can do that also is what I like to believe is think outside the box. Right? We've heard that. But you can't think outside the box if you can't admit you're in one. Yeah, let that land for a minute. So my suggestion is, how do we do it? You go, well, I don't know, why is it not working? I don't know. Because you're in a box, man. Open the box and throw the box away and stand out there and say, whoa. Wow, I had no idea there was this much possibility. Wow, potentiality everywhere. Then number 7, just take the first step. Just take it. Don't try to worry about steps 1 through 1,000, because there's 1,000 ways to love yourself. The first step is, I deserve not only to be loved by all of you, but I deserve to be loved by me. I really do. Look at me, getting up. Somebody said that they've seen me cry. So I'm going to end with, I'm going to end with a little mantra for you, but this wonderful quote. I'm all into my emotion right now. I'm all like feeling everyone's love and energy in this room. It's just, it's so nice to be alive. It's so nice to be alive. You are God's highest form of creation. Wow. What if we heard that and really, you are God's highest form of creation. You are a living, breathing, creative magnet. You have the ability to control what you attract in your life. And you notice they didn't say micromanage everybody else's life. It didn't say, I'm going to get all of you to behave the way I want, right? Donate. Oh, I mean, share button. I mean, yeah, it doesn't work that way. It works with me making a decision how I want to live my life. And I'm going to tell you, I made a commitment to myself today. I'm going to live from this self-love as much as I possibly can. Because I just know that this center of my life, everything will unfold to its highest place if I can love myself 24/7. Not just I love myself until you misbehave. Right? I was having such a good time. Now you came in and you said this and now I've lost all my self-love. Thanks. And that's not it. So I'm going to end with something I do with my wonderful people that I work with, either on one-on-one or in groups, now I can never put my hand on my heart again after that realization when we first started out. Put your hand on your heart. I'm thinking, oh my God, you mean on top of your heart? But I want you to, if you choose to put your hand on your heart, I'm going to tell what I do with my little inner child and how I talk to him and how clients and we work together to make sure that we're okay. And so that it takes just a moment. So just repeat after me. And so what I'm going to say is I'm going to pretend that you're actually talking to that little part of yourself. And so it's going to say you. So that we get to talk to that little beautiful, pure potentiality that just needs to know that we're here for ourselves. So repeat after me. I am proud of you. I am so proud of you. I love you. I love you. You make me giggle. I love you. I am here for you. I will never, ever desert you. I love you. You can count on me. You can count on me. You are magnificent. I am magnificent. Together as one, we are magnificent. I love you. Good night. And so it is.
Thank you. That was great. It was, right? It was great. Theatrical and great. All right.
And the reason we keep saying that, somebody said I was very theatrical at the parade yesterday.
That's as far as we'll go with it. Okay.
But there will be T-shirts made.
Okay, so this is our time of giving to CSL Kauai. And I want to thank everyone online for all your beautiful donations and for the consistency of them, because there's a lot of people that every week, even when they're not here, they give to CSL Kauai, and that is really important to us, yes. Right? And thank you for everything that you give. Whatever it is, any amount is just beautiful and helps the center to move forward. So
Great.
Thank you.
And before you do that, so I wanted to read this last week, but this is for any of us that ever feel lack, especially in finances or prosperity. Ernest Holmes reminds us, it is unscientific to dwell upon lack, for it will create the undesired condition. It is scientific to meditate on plenty, to bring the mind to a point of conceiving the eternal flow of life, truth, and energy through us and through everything that we think, say, and do.
Thank you. Beautiful.
So
So
it
it is. Ready?
Say thank you.
I want to say
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. So grateful. So thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. My beautiful, my beautiful, my beautiful life. My beautiful, my beautiful, my beautiful life. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My beautiful, my beautiful, my beautiful friends. My beautiful, my beautiful, my beautiful friends. Thank you.
What a joy it is to participate in the flow of divine supply in our world. So we affirm blessings on these gifts, knowing that divine love consecrates them, blesses them, multiplies them abundantly here in CSL Kauai, on this island, and in each of our lives. And so it is.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you. Thank you. Say
Thank you.
say
Thank you.
I'm so
Thank you.
so grateful. I'm so grateful. Say thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We are grateful.
We
Here's
need-
Miss Janice. You need the mic.
There we go. Look
God,
at
she's
you.
getting so big.
Hello. How are you?
Yay! Yay! Good morning. We had fun today talking about the living spirit and truth, and we read a story and did some puzzles, and I'll let them tell you about their favorite part, or maybe share their truth poem.
Oh.
We read a book about a worm.
I'm
We
sure
worked
it
on
had-
a puzzle, and the book was about teamwork and friendship.
Mm.
We talked about what truth is.
You want to read yours? Can we read yours?
True, right, understanding, today, and hard.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
Hey,
So thank you.
What was yours?
Sorry.
She said, don't do it, don't do it.
Let's,
Come here.
so let's just give them their affirmation, their beautiful blessing. You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. Yay. Thank you, Miss Janice.
Was that a
Thank
smile?
you.
Was that a smile on your way out?
Keep-
Yeah. You are magnificent.
All right, we have a few little announcements. Most importantly, today is Rap with the Revs. So if you can stay and rap with us, that would be great. We'd love to have you join our circle. It lasts about 45 minutes. So we'll just be circling the chairs up right after we're done here. Lolita's game afternoon is today at 3. See Emma, is she still here? There
Right
she
there.
is. I'm sorry.
I heard,
All right,
I heard
Emma.
there was apple pie going to be there. That was-
Yeah, so their games are at 3 o'clock. And then Reverend Dr. Walt, why don't you just come up for 1 second and tell them about your beautiful thing that's taking
This
place.
is such a
Real quick,
great.
one more time with the hat. What does it say? Love is love. Okay, so this Thursday night, June 9th. At
Oh, yeah.
6
Mike.
Oh, you need a mic. I'm sorry. That's my fault. There you go.
I won't
This
repeat
Thursday.
but love is love, right? So
Thursday,
this Thursday night, June 9th, 6 o'clock here at the Center for Spiritual Living, I am going to be taking a fresh look at what the Bible says about same-gender loving relationships. And I want you to know that this is not going to be just the Walt talk. This is not going to be just Walt's opinion. And it's really a scholarly look. This one book, Those Seven References, a study of the seven references to homosexuality in the Bible. And this one by Daniel Helminiak, What the Bible Really Says About Homosexuality. There is really sound scholarly study to show that what we've been told it says is not what it says. So come and find out. Thank you.
Thursday
Yeah,
night,
Thursday,
6 o'clock,
6
and
o'clock.
it will be live streamed. So
Yeah,
those on
definitely. People have been
so-
asking, so you can also register, and then we will send you the link for all of those on the mainland or people that don't.
All right,
know.
and then on June 16th we have something else coming up, which
We
is Desiree's
do.
Egypt Adventure, and
Desiree's back there
Desiree's
right
back
now.
there with a colorful hat on, and she went to Egypt and had an amazing experience with Matthias, and had a real transformation from that experience, and she's going to share her story and her pictures with us on June 16th.
And she's going to talk about her star friends.
Yes, her star friends and everything else.
What
it's
is
gonna
it?
It's going to be great.
Star family.
And then birthday is the other important thing. So
Very important.
yeah, so our birthday is on July 10th at Lidgate Park, and we are having a fundraiser silent auction. So if you need to know more about that, talk to Angela. She's here today, and I think Charles is back in the office. So I
And
think,
Emma's with
and
us.
Emma's here too. So just talk about what that means. But if you have something that you can donate to the silent auction, either a service or something new or a certificate or anything like that, we will be having that on July 10th as our fundraiser. We will have lots of music. We will have a potluck. And we are back in business at Lidgate Park, I think. No restrictions. So
Yeah,
that's going to
that'll
be
be
really
really
great.
nice.
So it's a Sunday.
It's our Sunday
It's
service.
our Sunday service on July 10th. All right. And yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have some musical surprises too.
We
All
do.
right. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. I think that's good. Oh, I'm going to just mention, don't forget our treatment box back there. If you have something that you need treatment for, which is our form of prayer, which is a movement of energy in the direction of whatever it is that you want, and works. It works. I mean, there's a bunch of people here that could raise their hands right now, and I wish they would, to tell them how treatment works in their life,
Yeah.
because we've all gone through things and been treated for, and we know that it works, and it's like amazing. So yes, thank you.
Yeah,
so,
just remember, there's no parades that go with it. It's just healing. It's healing.
and I
you
read
know,
something
so-
really interesting this morning, because I'm studying a new book. It's called Spiritual Science. It's based on the work of Emma Curtis Hopkins, and I didn't realize this about Emma and Ernest, Dr. Ernest Holmes.
The
is
founder.
That, yeah, Emma Curtis Hopkins. He tried to get to her and to learn from her. The first time, she wouldn't see him, because there was this man running around town, apparently, that was speaking to any healer that he could find, to find out what they were doing, because he wanted to be able to incorporate healing. It was before he wrote the Science of Mind textbook, and she wouldn't talk to him. I thought that was really interesting. Eventually she did, but our form of healing is based in a lot of different forms of healing that he synthesized into one, and a lot of it comes from a Christian Science, because he really respected the work of Mary Baker Eddy. But it's really cool. So
You don't
yes,
forget that.
and then I don't want to forget this. We have a founding member, Amorosa de Gracias, that's having very severe health challenges right now and needs help. And so I've made up a sheet, CSL Kauai Collaborative Care Ambassadors. If you would like to help her in any way, Amorosa de Gracia, founding member, lives in Sun Village. She is in need of people to stop by and check in with her, visit, and to possibly do light housekeeping and grocery runs. By signing below, you're giving permission to her caretaker, Dale. I don't know Dale's last name. I met her on the path. She came up to me and said, "Can you help me?" You never know what's going to happen on that path. The one that goes from Kalia, Dale, to contact you about how you can help out. So you're not forced into anything, but if you want to help in any way,
Put your name
their
there.
sheet. I put it back there on the table, and then I'll give it to Dale. I'll just give your numbers to Dale. That's what I'll
A
do.
lot of that's coming up these days, friends on our island. I know Richard Diamond is.
Yeah, that's another one. We don't
but,
know how we can help
But we
him
don't
yet.
have a program set in place. And so it's not that we don't yet, and we will. But what it takes is a very strong point person who is willing to do all of that. And and I know we will, because there seems to be a very big need for that.
So
right
in other words, we're trying to hook on to other people that are doing it. But
yeah.
So
Good.
I'm hoping to be able to give Dale some names that she can call to help her out. She seemed a little overwhelmed. She's our power of attorney, and she's also her caretaker, major caretaker. So
There we go.
yeah. So
Good.
that's that.
Thank you.
That's it. I think it's great.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, and of course we'll be treating for her too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. I think we have a closing song.
I think we can all do this song.
Yeah.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Sing with me. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
So I want to beautifully thank the people that we've leaned on today that have helped us with this service. Maureen and Angela, thank you, thank you, thank you. Reverend Dr. Walt Weiss, thank you for all you do. Rob Jones, video director back there, and Jonathan Lee, sound director. Kyle Lebenz and Luis, yes, thank you. Ron Stover, hospitality. Charles Wolfork was our board member on duty, and he is back there counting money, I guess. And Peggy Jerry, another board member who is working in the bookstore today. Thank you, Peggy. And Emma Ladendecker for the beautiful flowers today, I believe. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Janice Ferez, who was our youth director. Rosa Ann Jones, another board member, is in the bookstore. And Angela Phillips, our administrator. And I also want to thank again all the people that helped with the Pride, Reverend Diane and Sue and everyone, just everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you who showed up to make that happen. So knowing that, I'm just grateful. And I just breathe into it and know that whatever we experience today, we get to take that out into the world and just spread the love, spread the love. And so just affirm with me, and so it is.
Call on me. Just call on me, brother, when you need a friend. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Baby, call me, call me, call me, call me, call me, call me, call me.
Everyone. Aloha. Have a
Yes,
beautiful
subscribe
week.
and share.